We had a few tornadoes. Tornado warnings, they were just off in the distance. So then rain, a lot of rain. That's about it. I've had a few guns pulled on me. We go up to the door, they're like, have a gun. We're like, relax, we're not the cops. And there's a few drug incidents. So where people thought we were cops. We're like, we're not cops, but you shouldn't do drugs. So yeah. Had a companion who got nail polish remover in his eye. You can be cow tongue. Having investigators drop you kind of feels like a breakup, oddly enough. You're like, you're going so close, we almost had this. And then they're like, I'm not gonna, not gonna marry you. Not going to get baptized. So, and it's not, yeah, so it's always hard when that happens, but you recover. Sweet potato pie, mac and cheese. I love actually Zaxby's, which they have them now in South Carolina. I didn't like them originally just because it's hot wings and stuff, but my companion made me like them. So yeah, it was good. I learned a lot on my mission. I learned how to plan. I learned how to communicate with people. I learned that, of course, with God, everything's possible. I had a lot of difficult companions that I learned how to work with, and I tried to help them how I could. And that's actually, by the end, it's kind of what I was known for. Is I could I had companions who would try to test my patience, or to try to see if I could break, to lose my temper, and I kept my cool for a long time. I never lost it fully. I learned how it's so important to have fun. If you're not having fun, you shouldn't. You just have to learn how to have fun and to laugh. There wasn't a day on my mission that I didn't just laugh my head off at something. It might have been my own joke, because some of my companions didn't have a lot of sense of humor, or a lot of humor. But it was important to just always to be happy, even when things weren't going well, when you didn't have a lot of people to teach. Because one of Satan's number one tool is discouragement, and it's important to be optimistic about things, that things are going to turn around. A lot of dogs, just learning how to work with them. The total strategy is you pretend to pick up a rock, and then they get scared and run away. There's some deer, fireflies. They're beautiful. There can be some ticks out there. You're not in the woods often. When you're biking, wear reflective gear. It gets dark. Don't freeze to death in the winters. Hydrate. There's not a lot of safety tips. Don't be stupid is one. In the winter, you're encouraged to wear a suit coat. Just a suit, and I only had one suit. And so I had my mom ship my old one, and so I could wear that while dry cleaning the other one. And then wearing sweaters is good for the winter. Sweaters that look, good with suit and tie. And Preach My Gospel is a wonderful study tool. Of course, reading the Book of Mormon. In my mission, it was in the Bible Belt, so knowing the Bible, specifically the New Testament, I found useful. But you can learn a lot of that on your mission as well. And then going to Institute and mission prep classes definitely helped me. So, yeah. Putting yourself into whoever you're teaching, putting yourself into their shoes, and trying to understand what they need to hear and what what they need in their life. And the Spirit, God, they want you to have success. And so they're going to tell you what you need to know if you listen. And it's important to do so. I wish so many times you get riled up by a Bible basher, someone that wants to just argue about the Bible. And there was an investigator who I gave him every scripture from the New Testament that to me made obvious sense that there was need for more scripture, need for another church, that the apostasy happened, and it didn't work because I was trying to prove it by logic and which is good to know those things, that because the church should be true in all the sense. But God has designed it in a way. God has designed his church so that you need to be converted by faith and by feeling the Spirit. Learning it, knowing those scriptures in the Bible and the New Testament is important too. But to really truly convert someone, then it needs to be done by the Spirit and not by the conversion, not by you converting them to you, but converting them to the gospel and to the Spirit. So